Grandfather, Sacred One, teach us love, compassion, and honor, that we may heal the earth and heal each other. Peace, peace, people. Welcome to Yemima's World, the Jelly Moose's Cafe. I am your hostess, Jemima. And of course, it's good to be black in the land of the living once again. The music that you're listening to is Native American flute. It's used for meditation, or you can use it to sleep by. The prayer that I read earlier is from the Ojibwe Nation. And tonight's going to be short and sweet, just a real quick story called The Medicine Man. And in the prayer that I just did, it talks about healing. So let's just get into the story really quick. All day long, the young boy had been standing on top of a high mountain meadow, looking at the sun. In back of him sat an old man who watched the boy as carefully as the boy watched the sun. Occasionally, the old one made passes over a round pottery vessel that contained a combination of many herbs. Now, these herbs were the old man's medicine for the boy. The boy was his, so to speak. The boy had been given to the old man when he was just a small baby, and the old one had raised him as a medicine man. He was now in the process of giving the boy the final training that would allow the boy the full privileges and rank of medicine. All the young boy's life, he had been in training for work he would soon be doing. It had started long before he could recall. The woman he was turned over to for the first years of his life had been given detailed orders about the things he would be allowed to do and the things he must not do. He was never allowed to play as ordinary children played. He was taught from the first to lie still and not to cry, then to listen and not talk. And lastly, when his mind began to work, he was taught to remember and not to forget. He spent endless hours by the side of the old man listening to stories about the past of the great Indians and about the things to come. He tended the sacred fire for weeks at a time and sat without moving until at the times the bones of his body grew stiff and cold. Always after listening to the stories of how the world came to be and how all things were made and why these things were made, the old man made the boy repeat them until they were right in his mind. The training went on all the time, from early morning until the council fire was allowed to burn down to live ashes at night. Such was the preparation of a boy's life who would one day be a medicine man. Very short and sweet. But I think at a time such as this, in the place where we find ourselves as African Americans, once again, it's not unfamiliar. We've been here before. We've been here many times before. But what I don't like hearing is that we're used to this. And because we are used to this, we never plan for the next time. We have to not be so complacent and stay in the place that we are used to. What does this have to do with the medicine man? I'm going to tell you. A lot of us are tapping back into the ways of our ancestors because they too were used to this. But that did not stop them from finding ways to be better than this. It did not stop them from planning and uh, manifesting because they didn't want their children to become used to it. And here we are, used to it. If our ancestors had just stayed used to being enslaved, they would have never fought for their freedom. If they had just stayed used to Reconstruction, they would have never ran for or tried to be in politics, ran for office in different politics, or even went to college to learn how to be more intelligent people. If our ancestors had just stayed used to Jim Crow, being used to being lynched, they never would have fought back. If they had just stayed used to the civil rights movement and, oh, we're used to this, they never would have fought for the right to vote, hoping that they could change things. So in this story, the medicine man is teaching this young boy so that when he grows up, he will have the knowledge and the tools to heal his community. Our ancestors have left us the knowledge and the tools to heal our community, and not just medically heal the community, because medicine is not always just for illnesses of your body. Sometimes our community, our finances needs a healing. Our spirituality needs a healing. Our family relationships need healing. And our ancestors have left us the tools. They have left us the knowledge. It is up to us to tap into it. It is up to us to seek the knowledge. And as I said, a lot of us are turning back towards our ancestral ways, especially when it comes to medicine for illnesses of the body. Also, a lot of us don't have our ancestors around anymore to teach us things, but there are elders. There are people that are out there that can teach you what it is you need to know. We need to learn as much as we can while we can, so that we can pass it on to the next generation, so that when they come up, they won't say, oh, well, I didn't have anyone to teach me. We have to teach them. We have to be the medicine man, the medicine woman, to come together, especially as a time as this. Again, we can't just keep saying, oh, I'm used to it. I'm used to not having any money. This doesn't affect me at all. I'm used to seeing black people, gunned down in the street. This doesn't affect me at all. I'm used to black women having, bad health care. I'm used to it. But we'll survive. Well, we will survive, but I would like for us to thrive. I want us to do more than survive. I want us to thrive. I want us to come together like our ancestors did, that built those Black Wall Streets all over the country. I want us to thrive. I want us all to become medicine men. All right, that's it for tonight. You know the drill. Love yourself, love each other, give yourself some grace, give each other some grace. Honor your ancestors, they will honor you. We are our ancestors. Stay cool, stay warm wherever you are. Until next time, as always, stay black. Peace, fam.